What makes a coin skyrocket? What I'm going to be telling you is all based on technical analysis because I am a firm believer of technical analysis, and these trading patterns will really get you an edge in this market before the next move happens, whether that will be the up move or the down move. Now, we're also going to be talking about Gala Games token, and see what's happening with this market. It's been a little while since my last update, so let's see if some of my last updates have came true and what has been invalidated. Because this is all a probabilities game, is nothing's 100% in this market. So let's see what has actually happened, what actually hasn't happened, based on what I said last time for Gala Games. So this is going to be interesting. Of course, I want to let you guys know that I am long on Bitcoin. I am long on quite a bit of the altcoins here, so my opinions on this market is bullish right now. But these are just my opinions, like the entirety of this video, and it's not financial advice, and you should form your own opinions and conviction. Alright, so let's go ahead and dive into Gala Games here. I talked about a weekly time frame. Falling wedge pattern, okay, still valid because the price action is still within this pattern here. And this falling wedge pattern, I'm going to move this measure move down along this upward trend line because it looks like it could use more time to play out. Now, price target for this falling wedge pattern would be about 11 above 11 cents here. Falling wedges are bullish patterns that has a higher chance of breaking to the upside, okay? However, also have to mind the downside risk as well because they still have a smaller chance of breaking down. I've seen that happen. Now, from within the falling wedge pattern here, there is a double bottom pattern. You guys can see that, right? One bottom, second bottom. Double bottom patterns are bullish patterns that usually break to the upside as well. Now, the price target for this double bottom pattern would be about 3.5 cents here. Now, the resistance for this double bottom, or the neckline of this double bottom, would be about 2.4 cents. Okay, 2.4 cents. Price target is 3.5 cents. Now, price targets are estimates only. Very much depends on what happens with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin starts dumping, these altcoin setups, they're not going to be worth very much. So you want to be paying attention to Bitcoin. I never trade altcoins without a clear understanding of Bitcoin. Okay, so I did a more detailed video on Bitcoin earlier today. I will link you guys at the end of this video. You guys definitely want to watch that because not knowing what's happening with Bitcoin could really wreck your trades. Let's go here to a smaller time frame here. I talked about a falling wedge pattern here on a daily time frame, right? Very important to chart even across different time frames. That will give you a clearer picture of what's happening, right? In this case, charting on a smaller time frame will let me know if the pattern on the higher time frame is likely to be playing out or not. Now, falling wedge pattern, Gala Games broke out of here back on August 7th. I did talk about that, so that one actually came true. Price target would be about 1.95 cents. Gala did not quite go to 1.95 cents, but I think it's pretty close. Okay, it went to about 1.92 cents. So I'm going to go ahead and validate this because the price target has been met for the most part. Now, what is Gala dealing with here? I'm going to go to the 3-day time frame because this pattern looks like it is still valid. It's probably the most, it's valid on the highest time frame, which is the 3-day time frame. And Gala Games is trying to break out right now. We have about almost a day left on this 3-day candle. Let's see how this 3-day candle closes, because if it closes back within the pattern, that will invalidate this pattern, okay? However, if this actually closes above the pattern or wicks above the pattern, then this possible breakout is still valid, because we did get a candle, a small candle close, green candle above the pattern. So that is basically what I'm seeing for Gala. Now, price target for this breakout here would be about almost 2.2 cents. It is trying to stay on top of some of these 3-day moving averages, your 3-day 21 SMA, your 3-day 50 SMA. Okay. Now, the next resistance on this time frame I'm paying attention to would be about 2.75 cents, which is the 3-day 200 SMA. So those are some key resistances to be paying attention to. Of course, not exhaustive. You guys gotta see your you gotta check your other resistances as well. So this is basically what I'm seeing for Gala. Let me know if you guys want to continue seeing any more of Gala or any other coins in this market by dropping a like, comment, subscribe. I'll pick a request to do for you guys on a daily basis, and I'll see you on the next one.